Got Millsap on a switch, which means he's going right through the defense. Royce O'Neal doesn't want it. Mike Conley does. His three is perfect. This is the best three-point shooting team in the NBA.
That passing we talked about. Turn it on high. The blender gets a wide open shot from Mike Conley, and I like the fact that
Utah, their A game in game 2, they are playing wonderfully again today. Conley for three. Adding Mike Conley already, and Ingles will push into the front court. Mike Conley again, wide open three. And that's going to necessitate the timeout right away.
7th career playoff game. Clarkson found him wide open. Denver flat-footed, the three, nothing.
Well, we always talk about, and you said it last game, and coaches were talking about how do we close out quarters? How do we close out the half to get momentum? And you're not going to close it out giving up a straight.
It's in Phil Jackson's book. The line to Gobert again. Rudy Gobert. Rim run. And it's up to Jokic on this end to deal with his center matchup. Mike Conley. I'll tell you, Utah is
against this Nugget team, and they're able to exploit some mismatches that they do have.
The Yang on the drive and flipping it up and in. Well, what Utah wanted is by Grant. What a block!
A little attitude right there with that block shot.
Give it back to Jeremy Grant, but that will be an offensive foul. Down to 5. Conley's got Jokic on the switch. The step back three. Good! That is a little run stopper for Utah.
You hedge in now that corner. You're in this line of sight. He'll get it to you.
Ingles stopped. Mike Conley.
Speaking
what
of which,
a game.
Speaking of which,
Mike Conley.
You're trying to figure out how we fit in because he attracts so much from the defense. Now you on offense have to make the adjustment. And speaking of which, how about Mike Conley coming back in the bubble? The much needed offensive threat from behind the three for the Utah Jazz.
Used to know how to handle things. Conley playing beat the clock. And that point, I mean, if he comes back and they're down 0-2 and it's more frantic, and instead it's like Jazz were brilliant in game 2 and they just built on it here. And George Niang opens.
See something in him that says, you know what, we may need that spark in the next game early on to create some kind of momentum defensively for us.
Mike Conley.